Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how to use the automatic replay recorder. It's got SSF2 and you got the program right here. First, you can open the program. It's going to ask to run as admin, which you probably can't see because OBS doesn't record it, that run as admin screen. So I ran as admin. Nothing pops up yet until I run SSF2, which I'll do now. Then you see this giant message box pop up when SSF2 is open. It's got like everything that I'm gonna be saying pretty much, but I'll just like go through it step by step. Tell you what the program is about, the hotkeys, instructions on how to use it, some extra notes as well. Alright, so if you don't know what the program is, basically this program automatically records SF2 replays by using automated mouse presses to load replays, and also automated key presses to tell OBS to start and stop recording. So all you have to do is like a little bit of setup at the start, and it's going to automatically record a folder full of replays. And initially when I wanted to make this program, I thought I was only going to make it so that you can use it while AFK, but I actually managed to figure out how to make it so that you can do other stuff on your computer while this program runs, and it won't like interfere with it. For the most part, it's not like 100% perfect, but it's pretty good. Alright, some hotkeys. I'll go over them when you need them, but they're all like Control-Alt-1, Control-Alt-2, 3, 4. Basically kind of like hard key combinations to hit so you won't like accidentally press them. Alright, now let's go to how to actually use the program. So when you're in SF2, step 1, navigate to the vault and press load replay. So this opens up my autosave folder. It opens up like the last folder you opened a replay in. And I already have a folder of replays that I want to save. I don't want to do my autosave obviously because like there's like all this stuff in here. So let me just go to that folder. And I'm here. So I have like 4 like short replays that are all the same, just like test this program. But I've tested this program with like long tourney replays and it works like pretty well. Now step 2. No, that was step 2. Navigate to the folder with all the replays. Alright, step 3. Make sure it has a folder for replays that are finished recording. So this is the done folder. It's just like an empty folder. And to explain why we need this, basically how the program works is that it's going to drag replays that it finished recording into that folder. This will make it easier to like load the next replay. It'll be more obvious once you see the program in action. And one more thing to make the a bit easier if we use large icons. You'll see this Y in step 4. So now that we're in step 4, use the hotkeys to save the done folder and SF rec points. Alright, so we're going to use the Control-Alt-1 and Control-Alt-2 hotkeys to save 2 points. So what I mean by this is put your mouse over the done folder, press Control-Alt-1, and it's going to save that point, that mouse position. So then when the program needs to drag something into this folder, it knows exactly where to drag because you saved the point. And then the next point is where the replay, the first or the next replay to load is, which is this point here. So Control-Alt-2, save it, and boom. And how the program is actually going to run is that when it needs to load a replay, it's just going to double click this point. And it's like as simple as that. And then the next cycle of replays, like if the program goes on, if it double clicks this point again, it's just going to load the same replay over and over, which is like not right. So it's going to, as an additional step, it'll drag this point or the thing at this point to this folder. And then the next replay is just going to slide in position. So let me just put that back actually. But yeah, that's how it's going to work. So step 5, load and exit one replay so that SF2 will remember and open this folder the next time load replay is pressed. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to load one replay. The explanation is pretty much like there. So, because the program is not going to know how to navigate to this specific folder, we got to make SF2 just remember it for us. Step 6, open OBS and make sure the start and stop recording hotkeys are set to Control-Alt-5 and Control-Alt-6 respectively. So I already got that. I have OBS open. Well, I can turn this OBS off too, or minimize it rather. And so this is the OBS that I'm using to record the replays. Go to hotkeys. I already have Control-Alt-5, Control-Alt-6, start and stop. And the program is going to automatically press these keys. And again, they're like kind of hard keys to press, so you won't accidentally do it while doing stuff on your computer. And I guess I can go over the SSF2 setup a bit. It's just literally SSF2. But you should also make sure to... you go sources. Make sure the mouse is not captured. Which it was. Because like you're probably going to be moving your mouse while using your computer. Don't want that showing up in the replays or in the recordings. And step number 7, split your audio to make sure that only SF2's sound is captured. Also make sure that your mouse is not being captured. Oh, I already did that. But yeah, splitting your audio. So this is only if you plan to use your computer, and if you're like doing other things, like listening to YouTube or something. Obviously you don't want that audio in. And I'll show you how to do that. Let's see. First of all, you need like a separate audio output on this OBS. Usually you need like headphones too. I have like a monitor speaker and then headphones. So you need at least 2 outputs. Got it here. And then, so for Windows or this OS, gotta go to sound, open sound settings. And you go here, at volume and device preferences. You go to SF2 and you set SF2 such that it's like a different one. So headphones. So SF2 is going to play audio on the headphones, and my default is like my desktop. So I have my headphones like plugged in, but I don't have like the headphones on. It's just going to like play all by itself basically. Alright, so we just split SF2's audio, so now it should be going through the headphones. If we just like mouse over some buttons right here, we're going to see it's on. The audio now comes to desktop audio 2, which is the headphones. And if I just play like some BGM through my monitor speakers, you can see it's on desktop audio, just like 1 now. So I just have to mute that. I probably should mute the mic too. Now only SF2's audio, which is on the headphones, will be recorded on the OBS. Alright, so that's step 7 done. Now we're going to do step 8, which is like the final step basically. Press Ctrl Alt 3 to start, and then it's just going to run. I actually had to like restart the recording, which is why there was like a bit of a cut, because like the first time I did this, the audio mixing was like messed up. You couldn't hear me talk, so I'm gonna need to like reset the points, add some more replays. Yeah, Control Alt 3. I'll just press it and then not touch anything, and this is all the program right now. So I can move my mouse now, but like as you can see before, it was taking control of the mouse. It pressed the load replay button and then double click the replay. And now after it waits a bit, after figuring out that the game is in fact done, it'll press the next battle. It's going to give some more time again, and then it's going to do a load replay, drag the replay just recorded into the done folder, and then double click the next replay. And this like whole process is basically going to repeat until all the replays are recorded. And that's basically it. So I'll talk about more though. There's a bit more to like be aware of. So step 9, Control Alt 4 if you need to exit the program early. I guess if like you want to play SF2 or like something like that, or you have to turn off your computer for whatever reason, you can just close it. It'll stop the OBS recording too. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm not gonna like show it, but it'll do all that. Just like make sure that like your recording is like, if you do it in the middle of a replay recording, obviously the recording is gonna be cut short, so you probably should like delete that OBS recording. Alright, so some notes. Keep SF2 in windowed mode. Yeah, so I couldn't make it full screened. Don't ask why, there are too many reasons. Anyway, make sure it is not minimized. So yeah, SF2, you can cover it with something and it's like fine, but you can't minimize it. It needs to be like, am I minimizing? I mean like right now Google Chrome is like, it's maximized now, and then like it's minimized now. That's what I mean. So if I like cover it, it works. But if I minimize it, it's not going to be able to check if the battle is over, which it does by checking the pixels on the screen. It's looking for like specific colors on like the background to determine that. which you can't do if it's minimized. Oh. And next note is about why the program needs to be run as admin. This is so mouse and keyboard inputs do not interfere and cause the program to desync. So about that, it's like basically you can see how like the program like it moved the mouse, pressed the load replay, then it like did the dragging thing. And if you moved your mouse like in between any of that, like while it was doing that, then it's obviously gonna hit the wrong button or like not hit a button at all, and then it's not gonna know what to do. It's probably gonna get stuck. But what run as admin do is it lets me stop your keyboard or mouse. Like you can't like control your mouse or your keyboard while the program is running or while it's doing that specific part. So then it hopefully won't desync as much. It still does a bit, but for the most part. And yeah, I talk about that more in the next one. The program's not perfect. It may desync and stop certain points, like after replay ends or while selecting a replay. Usually you can manually load a replay to fix it, but sometimes it can be like it's been recording like an empty screen for like a while. So usually you just need to like make sure, like double check if it's like fixable, or if you should just like, usually at most you just have to like press the load replay and it'll just continue. Sometimes you might need to like restart the whole program entirely though, and also have to make sure that the OBS recording that it got stuck on, you probably have to like delete or clip it, like snip out the end of it or whatever is like extra. This doesn't happen like too often. Like usually if you get it going, it's gonna work fine, but it will happen more if you're doing stuff on your computer. But usually like if you're doing stuff on your computer anyway, you can like kind of monitor it. Like it'll be obvious if the program is like kind of not working. Well, kind of obvious at some points anyway. But yeah, usually it's not a big deal if it desyncs. So don't worry too much. Just like make sure to monitor the situation, handle it like appropriately. And final thing, note that closing this message box won't actually close the program. So yeah, you can just close this. This is just like instructions. You don't actually need this open. And you can only close the program by the Control-Alt-4 hotkey or by closing it manually here. See the H and just exiting here. If you're having any issues, yeah, watch the YouTube video which you're watching now. You can just like comment if you have any issues or like ask me through the FFC Discord. And I think that's basically, oh, one more thing. So like you can also like, I kind of showed it before, but you can like be doing other things and it's like kind of like fine. Like the program will just like ignore your mouse or stop your mouse keyboard inputs. Like you me on Discord or even playing another game and it should work alright. So I'm gonna like, the game just ended. I'm just gonna be like doing random things. Like this. Be on like another window too and just like causing mayhem. And it just stopped my mouse right there. And then just still press load replay and it brought the window back. Like, and it put my mouse like where it was before. So yeah, it's pretty good. In that you can do other stuff. And it won't like matter too much. It won't like interfere that much. And now like, it actually loaded the last replay. So it's like done now. It'll give you like this message and it'll tell you how to fully close the program in case you forgot. And about like, yeah, so it knows how to like detect the end of the replay because you're still on this screen despite the fact that like it double clicked this point that you said earlier. So if it double clicked this point and you're still on like the file explorer, it means there's like no replays, and that's how it like detects it. Alright, that's basically all I had to say. And yeah, if you have any issues, just comment, let me know, whatever. Hope this was useful, and thanks for watching. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to show, just like show the replays that were actually recorded. So all of it's like the short replay. So you can see here an example. You can see only SSF2 audio, despite the fact that I was like talking and had the Google Chrome music on. See, like it starts pretty cleanly on like the number countdown. So it's like not on the load replay screen. So you don't have to like, because before when it was like manually timed, you'd usually see like the load replay when like someone was manually doing it. But now it's like pretty clean cut. And yeah, it cuts like right at the next battle too. Gives like a few seconds. It's not showing right now. That's like a VLC thing. Don't worry about that. Yeah, even for long replay, it worked kind of fine. Black screen for a bit. That's because it was like loading the replay. I could add like a delay, but I think it's fine for the most part. Because longer replays like have like a different like load time. That's just kind of, that might be a thing to improve later. And then when the replay ends, yeah, so even like a long replay, 3 minutes, worked all right. All right. That's it.